Whoa, what has this game of basketball turned into? Just an embarrassing product all around in the NBA. What am I talking about? I am talking about the NBA All-Star Game being garbage. That's what. This is Sports Guy Talking that you guys are watching and listening to. I am Dustin Tran, your host, as I am here today to talk about the NBA All-Star Game being dreadful and embarrassing for the league, as the game just sucked all around. In fact, the NBA All-Star Game sucked so bad that their own commissioner, Adam Silver, was extremely upset when congratulating the Eastern Conference for scoring over 200 points. At this point, fixing the All-Star Game seems like an impossible task to complete for Adam Silver. Before I say anything else though, I want to present you guys with the topic question. So here it is. Who is the biggest reason for the NBA All-Star Game becoming a terrible product? And there's a lot of good candidates that you could pick, but it really comes back to one person only, and that one person is LeBron James. Now, why did I pick LeBron James instead of Adam Silver? Some people might be asking. Well, I picked LeBron James because the NBA is supposedly a players' league, and who is the face of the league? LeBron James. LeBron James is supposed to be the face of the NBA, and he's supposed to be the leader, and he's supposed to be the guy that's setting the example for the rest of the players to follow. And what does LeBron James do in the All-Star Game? Barely play in the game. You know what ruined the dunk contest? LeBron James not participating in the dunk contest. You want to know why All-Star Games in the 90s were so good? It's because guys like Michael Jordan actually participated in these All-Star Festival events. And obviously, you just don't see that in today's NBA. You look at who is in the dunk contest right now in the NBA, and then all of a sudden you realize, hold up, they're calling a bunch of G League players to participate in the dunk contest because they can't get actual NBA players to participate in their own dunk contest. And that's one of the reasons why All-Star Weekend has become such a terrible product. Obviously, ratings have not been released yet for the NBA All-Star Game in 2024, but I'm going to go ahead and make a prediction right now. It probably made record low ratings for the All-Star Game because last year they only garnered 4.6 million viewers. I guarantee you this year that they got numbers that were lower than 4.6 million. LeBron James is supposed to be the face of the NBA. That has been the guy that the NBA has been trying to market around for 20 years, especially the last decade or so. Ever since Kobe Bryant tore his Achilles, LeBron James was supposed to be the sole face of the NBA. And what has happened ever since LeBron became the face of the NBA? Ratings for the All-Star Game have become flat out terrible. Now, am I saying that LeBron James isn't a great player? Absolutely not. I think LeBron James is an all-time great. I don't think anybody could even deny that. No reasonable person could anyways. But LeBron James is a guy that does not make ratings a better thing in the NBA. And the reason for that is because people have trouble relating to LeBron James because you got a guy that essentially turned woke on the common man and how he accuses white people of being racist in society. Obviously, people don't want to watch that kind of product whenever they have a superstar tell white people that they're racist and that anybody that votes for Donald Trump is thereby a racist. Nobody wants to deal with that. And how is this related to LeBron James? Well, it just shows you the lack of connection that LeBron James has with the common fan in today's NBA. And what is All-Star Weekend supposed to be? It's supposed to be a group of NBA fans coming together and rooting for the players to do really well, and obviously that hasn't happened in recent seasons. In fact, the NBA is at war with its fan base. It's pretty clear in my mind that the NBA is trying to replace the American audience with audiences from international countries such as China because they're too busy trying to steal money from China that they don't actually care about their own audience in the US. They don't care if the entire US boycotts the NBA. They care if they're getting the money from China because you got the NBA that essentially sold out to them. And obviously the All-Star Game is a symptom of the issues that you see going on in the NBA right now. What do we talk about in the NBA all the time? Players lacking effort. What do we talk about when we see players resting during regular season games? That they don't care about the regular season. And anytime anybody tries to defend them, the excuse is always the same. The regular season doesn't matter. You know who created that culture? LeBron James. Why am I bringing all this up? Because everything goes back to the leader of the NBA, and LeBron James is obviously the face of the NBA. That's why I keep bringing up LeBron James. I know LeBron James wasn't the only one that was lazy at the All-Star Game. I know that there was also guys like Luka Doncic who was flinging up half-court shots with plenty of time remaining in the shot clock. There was also Damian Lillard taking a bunch of half-court shots as well. You look at how Kawhi Leonard, he was not really giving any effort in the All-Star Game whatsoever. And then there was also Anthony Davis. He didn't really give any effort in there whatsoever. Just the entire Western Conference didn't give any effort in there whatsoever. And that goes for the Eastern Conference too, but at least they actually tried a little bit on defense. I mean, holy cow, That was not a basketball game that I witnessed for the NBA All-Star game. I didn't watch the whole thing. I couldn't stomach to watch it. I've seen more effort at a pickup basketball game at the park than the NBA All-Star game. I know some people want to say, oh, these players, they have to preserve their bodies and they have to try to remain healthy for the NBA playoffs, but that's a bunch of bull crap to me. Look, I'm not saying that they have to go all out and die for loose balls, but just play some one-on-one defense. Just actually get in the guy's face, contest a shot. That's all we're asking from these NBA players, and they can't even give minimal effort. And that's the problem that I have with these basketball players, man, because Adam Silver had to instill in a 65-game rule where players would actually have to participate in those games in order to be eligible for awards. And then you got crybabies complaining that 65 games is a lot. I mean, holy cow, you don't even have to actually play 82 games or 80 games even. You get to miss 17 games and you're still eligible for awards. But 65 games is still too much for some of these players. Man, imagine if you told that to the common American man. Let's say if he works a 9-to-5 job, 40 hours a week. Let's say he gets to take off, let's say about 10 hours a week. You know how ridiculous that sounds? Because obviously nobody is doing that. But that's essentially what Adam Silver is doing when he's putting that 65-game mandate. And then you still got people crying saying, oh, let's shorten the season. Oh, let's try to lower down the requirements to only 50 games. Are you kidding me? Adam Silver lowered that thing way too much. They need to actually get players to play the game of basketball. And obviously NBA All-Star Weekend was a symptom of those problems. And before I say anything else though, I want to show you guys the lack of effort that existed in the NBA All-Star game, including Luka Doncic flinging up a half-court shot with plenty of time remaining on the shot clock. Roll the film.
Uh-oh, this is a shot. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of time left.
Bruh, are you kidding me? Why are we flinging up half-court shots with plenty of time left on the shot clock? The way Luka Doncic shot that thing, you would have thought that thing was about to head to the half or it was the end of the game or something. That was not 34 seconds left in the first half kind of worthy shot. That's the problem right there. You got guys that are giving zero effort and you got guys that are treating the All-Star game as a glorified shoot-around at warm-ups. Obviously, these fans paid a lot of money to see the All-Star game, and if you paid that much money to see the All-Star game and you got those kind of results, I feel bad for the fan, man, because they obviously deserve to get their money's worth, and that's clearly not getting their money's worth. I mean, I could have just gone to the park or to the gym and done the same thing Luka Doncic just did. NBA All-Star Weekend does not have a thing called defense. I understand that these guys have never necessarily tried hard on defense, but this is just a new set of low standards being set by the NBA. They're not moving the game forward defensively. They're actually moving the game backwards. I mean, I legit think that if you put in the WNBA players, they would have tried more effort on defense, and that's saying something because they suck at playing defense in the WNBA. They don't have any skill whatsoever, but you know what? At least those people try. NBA players on All-Star Weekend don't even try, and that's the shameful part of it. And even Adam Silver, when he congratulated the Eastern Conference, seemed visibly upset when congratulating them for scoring over 200 points. Why? Because he knew that they clearly didn't earn those points. He just knew that they earned those points because they just shot a bunch of threes while nobody gave any contested defense whatsoever. I'm going to show you guys what Adam Silver said in this video. Roll the film.
And to the Eastern Conference All-Stars, you scored the most points. Well, congratulations. Giannis, to your team, this trophy is yours.
Did you notice the tone in which Adam Silver spoken? He did not sound like a happy man. He sounded like he was visibly disappointed with the outcome of the All-Star game. No, it wasn't because LeBron James lost the game. It was because of the fact that NBA players did not give any effort whatsoever on All-Star weekend, especially during the All-Star game, and he did not appreciate the lack of effort that was being shown because that was an embarrassing product that the NBA showcased to the rest of the sports world. I mean, that was absolutely dreadful to see, and the All-Star game, quite frankly, they might need to get rid of it entirely. They might have to come up with some new formats on All-Star Weekend because obviously the dunk contest is getting old. You look at how the three-point shooting contest, it's okay, it's fine. And then you got the skills challenge, which absolutely nobody likes whatsoever. It's not fun to see whatsoever. The players don't have fun seeing it. The fans don't have fun seeing it. Look, the NBA might have to get rid of the All-Star game altogether. They might just have to do some nominations for whoever's the All-Star at the mid-season point, and then just use the weekend off to take a break, and then come back on Monday, because at this point, using All-Star Festival festivals. It's just not good enough in terms of marketing this league. It's an embarrassing product all around. They need to fix the damn culture and attitude surrounding the NBA. It's clear that these players don't give a damn about winning and losing and representing the NBA in the right way because they don't have any good culture whatsoever. I believe LeBron James deserves most of the blame for this, because if LeBron James gave effort on defense in the All-Star game instead of just sitting on the bench the entire second half of the All-Star game, you know what happens? I guarantee you the other players in the court are going to be playing hard on defense and try to put on a decent product for the league. I get it. It's an All-Star game. You're not supposed to go all out. I don't think you need to be diving for loose balls or playing defense like it's Game 7 of the NBA Finals, but just give a contested shot here or there. Just make the offense work for a shot. I mean, holy cow, they literally use defense as a time to just stand around. They make NFL Pro Bowl defense look like they're actually playing hard, and that's saying something, because a lot of people complain in the NFL that players don't play hard enough in the Pro Bowl, but they give way more effort than basketball players at an All-Star game. That was unacceptable effort whatsoever. You got guys like Luka Doncic jacking up half-court shots with plenty of time on the shot clock. You had Damian Lillard attempting a bunch of threes throughout the game. You also had Adam Silver being upset at the players. It's clear that the All-Star game needs to be scrapped entirely, or at least fix something that is wrong with the All-Star game, whether it's changing the culture, whether it's changing the attitude. They just need to change something in the NBA All-Star game because it's just not good enough. It's not even close to acceptable, and the players need to have their mentalities changed, because coming out with this product is just not acceptable. It's really not, and the casual fan is going to be turned off for that. It's really a shame, because basketball used to be a great sport to watch, and now it's just not, because you got guys that are really lazy to watch. Of course, the diehards are always going to be there. I'm a diehard basketball fan, so I'm going to keep watching. What about the casual fan that doesn't follow basketball all the time? Of course, they're going to be bothered by what they saw on NBA All-Star Weekend. That's why they don't watch the league anymore. I guess that's why ratings have been awful in the NBA for years, because they've got poor leadership at the top. They have a trash commissioner. Their leader, LeBron James, does not give effort in the All-Star game whatsoever. He's also responsible for low management becoming incredibly popular, and you look at how the NBA has done horrible in ratings the past decade. So that is why LeBron James is the biggest reason for the NBA All-Star game becoming a terrible product, as he is the face of the NBA. Remember, go ahead and subscribe to Sports Guy Talking, like the video, and please comment down below. If you guys do that, I may shout you guys out in my Instagram story every Monday. That'll be for the @Dustin Instagram account. Make sure to follow me on Instagram @Dustin Tran and Sports Guy Talking. Also, go follow me on Twitter @Dustin Tran. Again, go ahead and do those things that I just told you guys to go do. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the content that was just produced. Peace out. I hope you enjoyed that video. Want more Sports Guy Talking, the home of great sports content? Make sure you click that subscribe button to get the latest from Sports Guy Talking. Go ahead and like the video. Comment down below. Check the description box on the video in order to follow my Instagram and Twitter. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from the YouTube channel, Sports Guy Talking.